Where have I been? Where am I mentally? What's new? Where was the pause? Where's the pivot? What am I enjoying now? Where have I been? In this episode, I'm going to give you all the answers to those questions. So just stay tuned. Hey, 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 and welcome to another episode of Sis Stop Sulking, the podcast. I am your host, Miss Tasha Talks Life, your favorite mindset and accountability coach. Um, I feel like it's actually only been 2 weeks that I have not released a new episode, but I feel like it's been forever. I feel like a lot of things is just going on and a lot of changes, a lot of unforeseen obstacles, a lot of great things. And so I needed to take a pause. I needed to take a step back, but it just felt like, no, I miss my community. I miss sharing what's going on. And it was only 2 weeks, but it feels like it was forever. So today is not, I'm an educator by trade, so I'm always sharing tips and strategies. And sometimes they subconsciously come out, or they just come out, and there's a lesson in the conversation. So I'm still excited for it, but I just felt like I needed to come on and share with you what I am doing, what I'm not doing. Um, and if you're wondering, if you're watching on YouTube and you're wondering why you only hear my voice, that is partially why I was not here. I did not upload an episode for the past 2 weeks. So let's just start there. So these past couple of months has been extremely busy for me. Um, I mean, I have ETA going, which is my Empowered to Thrive accountability cohort. That just ended. We decided that we're going to keep it going, but officially it has recently ended. It was a 12-week cohort. And I had said prior that I was going to do it every quarter. It's a lot. It's a lot, mentally, emotionally, just being prepared, physically, like preparing the slide decks and the lessons and things like that, especially being like the first real cohort, official cohort. I wanted to make sure that the women had resources, templates, and things that they could implement in their life to get the results right away. So it just was a lot with that, with my speaking events and things like that, which I'm not complaining by any means. I'm just sharing what's been going on. Um, and so I'm also in another community, like a book study community, which is amazing, which has been filling me up spiritually. And so that, then I also am part of the National Coalition of 100 Black Women community. I'm a virtual coach. I speak, I do workshops. So God is blessing, but it's almost like it feels like when you are cleaning out a room or decluttering for the season, how it gets messy and overwhelming and frustrating before it gets beautiful, smooth, and functional. That's what's happening right now for me. And in this season, I'm trying to be super intentional with making sure that I'm doing things that are aligned with my gut, aligned with what God wants for me. Because I do suffer from shiny object syndrome, which means that things can be a good idea and I would be distracted by it. And then things, and then then it becomes more work, or it takes me away from my real objective. And so that's kind of that's my truth, right? And so I understand that's a lot of things that's been coming towards me. I have a book that's about to launch that I'm super excited about. It's an anthology. It's a group of women that came together, a group of authors that came together to write What Would I Tell My Younger Self is the title, and to write a chapter in each book. So I'm excited for that. But that was another thing that I had deadlines for and had to have done. So yeah, so it's just a lot. And I had to take a step back. And even in my step back, I don't feel like it was a pause the way it needed to be. So so yeah, so the podcast is not on Roku anymore. I paused that portion of the journey because I didn't feel, I actually wasn't ready, if I'm honest. It takes a lot with production and, editing and doing all of that. And so, and hence why there's no video right now, because I'm like, I still need to show up. If I take it all the way back from the beginning, episode one, two, three, even, I mean, probably like half the episodes, we're at episode 96, but a nice portion of the episodes were just audio, no video. And I had to take a step back and understand what is the what's important, where am I forcing things, where do I need to like pause on things to get further ahead. And I think that's a lesson in itself. Chasing more than one rabbit, you catch none. When you chase one, you catch one. So yeah, I don't feel bitter or bittersweet about the situation. I felt like that was what was needed. I needed to take a back seat on that and realize that that's not a priority right now. I'm just looking to serve. And my community will find me on YouTube. They will find me on all podcast apps. It's not like that's the only place that my show can go. So it was an amazing opportunity. I just had to really, and it was a hard decision to make, but I had to be realistic. I didn't want to be rushing to produce content. I didn't want to be forced. I didn't want it to be like not presentable enough. I just wanted it to flow. And I know when I say flow and when I say ease, people think like, meaning everything's going to work out all the time. There's not going to be any pushback. There's not going to be any struggle. No, there's certain things that is part of the process, meaning like the research or the bumps in the road or whatever you have to do. It's not comfortable, but it's part of the process. And then there is stuff that is being forced that's not the time for it. So it becomes even more of a burden, even more of an issue. So yeah, so I'm no longer on Roku, which again, I'm okay with that for now. It's a pause thing. It's always an opportunity. And I'm grateful for the connections that I made, and I'm still a part of the community. So um that's that. I'm also navigating into another, it's like God is so funny because he will he's gonna have his way. The plan for your life is the plan for your life. And we decide sometimes to navigate against that plan, or we think we know better, or something is shiny over there, or someone is doing this and you're capable and qualified to do it too. So why not? Right. And this is just me being honest. And no, that's not the plan for you. And so, in sitting with myself and getting really centered mentally and spiritually, I'm winding up right where I started. I'm winding up right where what I said I was going to do when I retired, or when when I left my job. And the pieces of the puzzle are coming all together. The vision is clear. The fear is there, but the faith is greater. So I keep telling myself, why not me? I'm super qualified and super capable. And this is not saying easy, but this is my jam. This is where I flourish. This is where I connect with people. And so I'm saying all that to say that I'm kind of making a pivot. So the message is still the same, right? The message is the same. I guide women to their dream life faster by making simple tweaks to their mind, body, and goals, right? But then there's another part of it, because it's been heavy on my heart for years before any of this to give back and to serve young women, young girls, supporting girls and shaping their own future with confidence, with resiliency, with authenticity, and with excellence is what lights me up, what gets me excited because I was once a young girl lost out here, and I talk about it in my book, Stop Sulkin, God's Plan is Greater. And the things that I know now and the lessons that I learned along the way, what would I tell my younger self is a lot of those things, a lot of the things that I've experienced, what I learned from it now being a whole grown adult, things that I didn't know. And so having the book getting ready to launch, having cultivating a community of young women to get together to see that they're more alike than different, to respect each other's differences, to gain self-worth. Self-worth is owning who you are, loving yourself no matter what. And good, bad, ugly difference, knowing that you are worthy of all the things, knowing that just because you are who you are worthy, right? And that's a hard thing today, especially for the youth with all the social media and everything going on. Talking about that, talking about being resilient, talking about femininity and hygiene and all of those things is where I'm at and what is really getting me excited. So that's where the small pivot um is, but I don't but it doesn't take away from supporting my sisters, supporting because my sisters have daughters, right? And the information is the information. So that's something that has been heavy on me and how I'm circling back to where I started with that. And what am I enjoying now? I am enjoying my peace. Like, I am enjoying choosing me. I'm enjoying not indulging in things that don't serve me, that make me feel uncomfortable. I am really enjoying that freedom to do that. Um, Not caring about how other people perceive it. Like, okay, so this girl I know, she posted, or let me get this right. She posted something along the lines, I'm going to paraphrase, something along the lines of there's power when when you realize to stop making other people's emergencies your own. I'm t- that I mean, because for me, I'm like Mrs. Save dun, 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 like saving people or trying to figure it out and stressing myself when people don't even care themselves or are not even doing the work themselves. I'm going out my way to make appointments for people and make sit downs and strategize and do all of this for people that are not willing to do it for themselves or they just want to complain about it. They're not really looking for a real solution. And when I realized that that's not my problem, when I realized that that is your problem and I don't have to wear it, I don't have to own it. Oh, so freeing. So I'm really enjoying who I am becoming. I am enjoying witnessing my own growth. I'm in therapy now. Again, if you follow me and you've been listening to me for a long time, 95 episodes long, you know that I've had therapists in the past. So, and one of them, the only thing I would say, one of them, she just talked more than me. But I'm also enjoying my family, my complete family, my family of 5 is back together. Um, yeah, my my oldest son is back home for the short time until he gets his new place, but just having my family all together again, I'm enjoying it. I'm a boy mom, so I'm the only female in my house. So that's always a thing, but it also has its perks and benefits too. So yeah, I'm enjoying that. I'm enjoying my health journey. I started juicing. My sister put me on. Shout out to you, Tanisha. She put me on to this juicing, and I am loving it. Like some people say, oh, it's a lot, and you got to do this and you got to do that. I actually like it because it didn't seem like a lot to me. I don't know if it's because I cook frequently, but the juice itself having like natural guilt-free juice, no sugar, like no added sugar. Oh, it's just so refreshing. And I made like all kinds of concoctions and stuff. So I'm enjoying that. I'm just enjoying evolving. I'm enjoying um, being centered in nature. Like as every day that it is nice, I am outside, um, getting some fresh air, just being. So I'm enjoying that as well. This is a lot going on, but I didn't want this episode to be long. I just wanted to come in and let you know where have I been? Where have I been? Where am I mentally? What's new? Where was the pause or and the pivot? And what am I enjoying now? And again, I apologize for, there being no video. I am working on my production partner. And it's just our schedules have been conflicting. He's expanding in what he's doing, which I'm happy for him. And I'm being pulled in different directions with different things, which I'm so grateful for because God is being so good to me, so good to me and my family. But it just, some things just wasn't gelling in that moment. And I just had to be like, it's okay. It's okay. And that's a hard thing for me is to be like, I got to show up. I'm consistent. I can't let people down. People are looking for me. And it's like, yeah, but in order for you to sustain yourself, in order for you to keep going, you have to heed to the signs. You have to know when it's time to pause. You have to pour into yourself. It's like I talk about self care and I tell everyone what to do and how to do it. And then sometimes I have to literally plan it out for myself. And I'm like, girl, like I know what to do. It's almost like the hairstylist who slays all her clients, but her hair is never done, right? And yeah, that's how I felt. And I said, okay, I have to pause. And then I I I listened to some astrologists and stuff like that. And part of the thing, and it's for entertainment, but honestly, it does align. And it was saying like now is the time in the new moon and all of that was for me to like pause and really get super clear on the direction I want my life to go and on the things that I want in life and start to really like hone in on that thing and stop squirreling and being all over the place. And so I did that. When the eclipse came, I got super centered um and just pausing. And now I have a lot of clarity. A lot of things is kind of breaking my heart that I had to cut it loose or pause it or whatever. But I have to do what I have to do, and that's one thing I want to for you to take away is that it's okay if something runs its course and it's done. It's okay if it's time to make a pivot. It's okay if it's temporary to put something in the freezer or put it on the back burner. It's okay. So just don't stop. Just don't quit, but evaluate. And that was part of the program that we went the 12 weeks was seeing, okay, how and checking in every week. It helped me to see like, okay, this right here is a low hanging fruit. Let me jump on this and get this out the way. Or this right here is something that needs to go on the back burner. And checking in and walking through my progress with my group, it helps to see some of that, right? So I'm okay with everything. I'm okay if I have to do an audio show for the next couple of episodes or whatever. I'm okay. I'm just here to serve and I just want to show up for you. So let me know in the comments, how are you doing in this season right now? Are you experiencing the same type of thing where you're feeling like, okay, I need to rearrange some things. I need to look inward, or I need to declutter my mind, my space, my car, like whatever that is. to get clear on the vision that I and the purpose for my life? Or are you flowing? Are you in your flow season? Everything is gelling together. All the pieces are coming together. You're starting to see the harvest. I'm just curious to know. So share with me in the comments. Um, like and subscribe to the show if you have not. We are on all audio podcast platforms as well as on YouTube. So please tune in, share with a friend. This is just an episode to kind of get back in and let you know where I'm at, what's going on. If there's nothing else, I want you to be well, be blessed, and remember that your past does not dictate your better future. Till next episode.